Again, good afternoon, and we are live. Today is day two of preparing for the FAANG interview. I know my expectations are very high, and the preparation is dog shit because I just started, and there is no, what can I say? There is literally no prerequisite. When I'm saying my English is dog shit, and I don't have any proper guidance as well. So, uh, so I'm directly starting from blind 75 and previously, sorry. So before starting this, I mean, before coming here, I um, just read few syntaxes from Java and just a small intro on what's two pointer and sliding window. Because I'm short on time, so I'm directly starting from doing problems because I don't want to spend time reading things and then reading the theory, then coming over here to know the practical. What I'm doing is the taking shortest part, like getting the intro, doing the problems, failing here, and going back to properly understand what the theory was. Right? Just kind of dumb way for me, but it would be better. So anyway, as you can see, I did few problems, and that was few months ago, which was in Python. I earlier I did some in Python, and actually it wasn't. Um, it was in normal. Actually, it was in normal, um, like arrays and string. That was easy, and there wasn't much of algorithm. But in one or two, I used ChatGPT. Of course, you have to use ChatGPT. Otherwise, how am I going to learn? Because no one is going to teach me. And there are YouTube videos, YouTube tutorials I could go on, but it also time consuming because there is no curated playlist. Sorry. And I also asked on ChatGPT that which one is a better playlist, but even ChatGPT tells that not every topic is well taught in a single playlist. You have to break it down to several playlists. Yeah, one topic from one creator and another topic from another curator. It takes a lot of time, and I don't have that much time to waste on it. So let's begin directly. Um, So this is blind 75. Blind 75 contains curated most asked question and topics. According but to my research, I get to know that blind 75 has all of it, and there is something called NEET 150, NEET code 150, and it's nothing but just 75 question of here blind 75, and then additional 75 question which are mostly asked. So it's a total of 150 problems, but half of it is blind 75. So what we can do is like start with blind 75, cover most of the topic, then go for meet code 150. So completing 150, I just will go in full race, but for now that's just a pipe dream. So anyway, we will begin here. Um, so first of all, I will filter out because there are some premium ones which I cannot access because I don't have the premium. And uh, since I'm looking for two pointers and array, I will just look for two pointers and array. Okay, and uh, premium, premium one, premium. So much lagging. Have you marked that recently? The side are so much lagging. Okay, we are going to skip some of the problems. Uh, Difficulty level, it will be easy. We will first solve the easy problems from here. Okay, so we got six problems. We'll start with two sum. Some to some to some to some. Okay, so let's begin. Given an array of integer nums and an integer target, return indices of two numbers such that they add up to target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. You can return the answer in any order. So here is the thing. Um, before before starting, so earlier, maybe a few months ago, I was using Python, and here is the thing. I I spent lot of time getting this wrong, because it was, first of all, I was trying the brute force, and then I improved it after seeing the solution, but it took about 2 3 hours to just doing it myself. So this time, I know that, because I have already did that, but that was few months ago. If I am doing right now, it will be little bit of more confusing, but will be easy, right? So given an array of integer and an integer target indices, so we know that this is a two pointer. We will be using two pointer because we used a filter, right? Of course. So we will start with the integer I equals to 0, and another loop to, we can have we can have because num of, so we have here num. Let's take this example, num of 2 7 11 15, target is 9. Okay, okay, let's take this one, and we'll go to the whiteboard, and over here we will paste it. Okay, so here's the deal. I know I have already done this in past, but hear me out. Okay, so first of all, what I did was, what the first thought came to in mind was using one loop. In this loop, I will be iterating over the list that is given to me. That will be over this one, and inside that loop, I will reiterate again on all these elements. So again, another loop over this, and inside that it will be an if condition to satisfy, uh, to check if um, the element over here and if the element over here are equal or not. And after that, if I get the target value, I will just return and close it. This is the brute force method that I tried, but after that I had to um, optimize it. The optimization part was the really tricky part, because uh, first of all, I didn't know what two pointers was, and I was just struggling to get the algorithm into the mind. So it was tough. But now, the The question is, okay, where is the eraser? The eraser is not big. It's time consuming. Okay, now now the deal is we have to use two pointers and we have to find the input. So so simply what we can do is uh two pointer, one will be I and one will be I and another one will be J. J will be a point ahead. So I will be 0 and J will be 1. We are using two pointer, um then we will use then we will use then we will use a loop. We will use a loop where I is less than nums dot length. No, nums dot length minus 1, and inside the loop we will check if nums of I and nums of I plus nums of j is double equals to target. Oh, okay. If double equals to target, we will just return I comma j. Okay, okay, I comma j. We can do that. But what if what if the condition doesn't satisfy? If the condition doesn't satisfy, we have to check that if it is in sorted array. Is it in sorted array? It is not. It is not in sorted array. We are just checking. Mm, okay. What if the condition doesn't satisfy? What if the condition doesn't satisfy? What will you do? I is 0 and j is 1. We are using a loop over I less than nums of length minus 1. Should it be I or j or two pointer? Any idea? Okay, we can go to the discussion part. Oh, we have hints. Really good for such out there, but would be too slow. I agree. We should try it course for completeness. It would be difficult that you can come up with organizing. Okay, can you come up with less than 1 hour? Hint two. So if we fix one of the number six, we have to scan the entire array to find the next number y, is value, which is value, which is value minus x, where value is the input parameter. We can change our array somehow so that its search becomes faster. So if we fix one of the number, say x, we can have to scan the entire array to find the next number. Oh, oh, which is value minus x, where value is the input parameter. Can we change our Can we change our array somehow so that the search become faster? Nope, no idea. The second train of thought is without changing the array, we can use additional space somehow, like maybe a hash map to speed up the search. That is a pretty good one, but uh, I can use two loops and I can complete, but that's not what I'm looking for. What I can do is what I can do is what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Any idea? Someone? Anyone? I nearly forgot. I know I did that few months ago, but this is this is what DSA is. This is what everyone fearing because if you don't practice, you will just forget it. What is it? Okay, I don't want to waste more time. Let's go ask ChatGPT, and we will ask solve some in Java. Oh, lead code problem number one. Very good. Solve some in Java. Optimal is using a hash map. Here is open solution in Java. I don't know hash map. I really don't know hash map. Okay, probably do some. Ignore this part. We don't have to think about it. So public public static identity to some hash map integer. I'm really sleepy right now. Value index for loop. Actually, there is one more thing I want to see because it's really confusing because last time I used last time I used Python and this was the not this one. Okay, so why is it not in two pointer? I was doing two pointer. Let's first understand what how to do how has not work for identity I equals to zero, I less than nums. Okay, for identity complement map dot contains. Sorry for the small font. I just increase the font size. I hope you can see it now. To make, let's do this one. Okay, we don't need the lower part. We will just needing this part. Yep. Teaching has math. I don't know has math. I just came here after seeing the syntax. I really don't know much. It has math. And also first look over inserts and division of them. These are unique each key map. Most of one value values are duplicate. This can duplicate none keys and values are something only one null key or replace another is not variety. Okay, we use hash map. Okay, we are on the right track. String integer. What's the difference between integer and string integer? Should I take a nap? I'm really sleepy right now. System.out print get Alice 25. Okay, I got some idea. So we are just checking for content key string integer. Okay, how do you store that depends on how do you store. So string integer Alice number. So integer will be we will be storing the index and then the value. And here it will be the complement. First we are checking that uh, if map contains where is okay map we can use the word map because it's not. What are the word that you cannot access? Okay, reserve keywords. Okay, map is not a reserve keyword over here, so we can just mm, okay, okay. Let's understand this one on here. So you cannot do anything about that. It's just it is how it is. You cannot do anything about that. Too small, too big. Okay. So so the thing so what's happening here is that we are just creating a hash map for uh where where is the pen? Where is the pen? Okay. So what's happening is we are just we are just taking 2, 7, 11 and 15, and after that our target is 9, and here we are taking I as the index value. So in first iteration int complement is target minus nums. So first iteration over here, then target is 9, 9 minus 2 is 7. Okay, and it will check that, this complement is already present in the hash map or not. If it is not present in the hash map, what it will do is that it will store in the hash map. I know it's a little bit confusing, but if we um, go further in the loop, you will get to know why we are doing that. So in the net iteration, it will be I will be 1, and then we will be doing target minus num. Target minus num is 9 minus 7 is 2. Okay. Currently we are on this index, right? Index 1, and we already have this number. We are looking for a sum of 9, and we have already have this one. And uh, if we subtract is 9 minus 7, then it's 2. So here we are not just storing just 7. Here we are storing with index, like this will be one entry in the hash map. Okay, so in the hash map we will store the index number and the value, the complement value. Now we are in the second iteration, and we found that the complement, that is 9 minus 7 is 2. And we will check that if it is present in the hash map or not. Since it's not present in the hash map, you will just add it over here. How is it not working? I guess 7 and 2 will be the proper one, but why is it not working? Hmm. Am I doing something wrong? Complement target minus num. 9 minus 2 is 7. It's not in the hash map, so we added 7. Then we moved on to the next one. That will be 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. 2 is not here. We added 2 with the index number. The 9 minus 7 is 9 minus 11 is minus 3. We are on here, and we got minus 3. What's happening here, bro? Am I doing any mistake? Hi Parth. So here is the deal. I am working on this twosome, and since I wasn't able to understand what I was. Hi Parth. This is my first time doing stream, and you might be the first person I will be talking with. And really sorry that there is a delay in the stream as well. So let me recap. So this is the sum twosome I'm working on, and since I wasn't able to do that properly without using brute force, I can do in brute force, like using two loops and using two loops to one loop to first navigating over here, and another loop to navigate throughout all the numbers. I can do that easily, but I am trying to use two pointers. But here is a problem. I thought I might as well ask ChatGPT. So I told it to solve to sum in Java. But guess what? He suggested that I use HashMap, and I am um, not yet. I haven't yet studied HashMap, so I'm trying to understand it over here in the whiteboard. Oh, I shouldn't use ChatGPT. Actually, I did spend few minutes before I went to ChatGPT. I first of all went through the question, then went through the hints, and oh, I missed the discussion part. Yeah, actually, I was going to the discussion, but I hopped to ChatGPT, was the question, and that's where I got stuck. Yep, I haven't studied HashMap yet. Like I know the data structure, how it is used, like HashMap, stack, queue, and everything, but I haven't worked on any problem. Just the general idea. Yes, I was doing two pointers. Like I um, filtered out the topic array and two pointers, and this was the result I got. And I was working on this easy problems. Yes, actually, I today morning only I solved two pointer question, and the reason I am doing HashMap because I was smashed with this topic. Of course, like see, int I equals to 0, and there could be two method for like for int j equals to 1. Yes, then should I use for loop or while loop? Because today morning I just used for loop and it was easy, but here it's really tricky. Like if zero, if I is the slow one and j is the fast one. Yes, while loop. Okay, okay, big input, then the TC will be more by the for loop. Okay, so okay. If I am using while loop, then okay, here I will use just j equals to nums dot length minus 1. If the big input, okay, uh, any more suggestion? Okay, okay, I will just start with the while loop. And the condition will I will check the condition what that will be for now, but uh, let's just start. First, take two pointers, front and back. Where is the chart? Okay, first take two pointers, front and back, and put front on zeroth and back at front plus one, front plus one index. Okay, so you're telling me that I will take IUT front equals to 0 and back equals to front, and then go while loop till front less than num, and start adding both the two pointers and check if the sum, then just return the front and back value as they are sorting the index in them on. Okay, I have to work on them only in them. Then go to the while loop front, then go to then go with while loop with I एक hash में बना with integer. Okay, yes bhai. Ah, actually I was confused with this one. Look, first of all I was starting here with two pointers question, but somehow I ended with a hash map over here. For that reason, Parth brother here is explaining me how to use the hash map. Actually, how to use the two pointer. I can use the hash map. It's easy. I know over here, but two pointers. I'm actually working on two pointers right now. I guess yes, bhai went away. Hash map is secondary to solve. Okay, two pointers. Of course, because hash map is something that I am learning right now. Sorry, that two pointers is something I'm learning right now. So I should focus on that. int int front equals to 0, int back equals to front, front plus 1 while front is less than nums dot length. Okay, int sum equals to int sum equals to nums front plus nums back. If sum double equals to target, else Front plus plus. Okay. Hasmap is secondary. I am seeing some errors. I'm expecting very big errors. S- Expected. Okay. Okay. I'm coming from Python, so this is a good mistake. Obvious mistake. Illegal start of expression. Expect. There will be error. I'm giving you some path I do at OP not in Java. Okay, it's Java. Okay. Okay. Um, of course, I will be coming here to fix my errors because I'm not an expert in Java as well. Fix my error. Conversation not found. You have multiple errors. Okay. Reset back when it goes out of range. Okay, reset back when it goes out of range. Yes, this was the part I was uh, having problem because is the mouse. Okay, here is the problem. This part was I wasn't able to remember like how you reset this one. Okay, okay, return int front back as back plus plus. We did front plus plus, so oh, there is a problem. Front zero, back one. Let's just copy the code and come over here. I know this one will give the proper answer, but this is the fastest way. Not boring you because if I start talking, then everyone will get bored. So, of course, it will pass the test cases. It's just that we use two pointer using your method in OOP. If we submit that, it will work. I know, but I have to put off the aspect for later. Why? Where is where is this one? How did this one moved over here? It should be over here, right? Well, thank you, Parth, if you are there. Charlie, are you there? Anyway, um, I am over here. There are some dudes over here. Okay. So back to my code. I have to study this one. What's happening over here? Front and back. Front is Front is the start of the index and back is the one. Front is less than nums. Reset back when it goes out of range. Greater than equal to front plus plus back. So Parth's brother is not here anyway. Thank you, Parth. So let's just study this one. Then I will go to hash map as well. Should I start the hash map? I think I shouldn't. Uh, there is two pointer method as well. I have to understand that one as well. Okay, front is less than nums. Front is less than nums. Okay, front is less than nums. Front is we are using one loop to iterate over that one. Okay, understood that one. Where is my bottle? Back, front. So return new int. So we are returning an array. Okay, else back plus plus. It's pretty straightforward, but I have to remember this one. Should I? No, I think I should keep the hash map for now and move on to next one. Next question, please. Will the filter work? Nope, it didn't work. We will close this one and come over here. We will go to list cycle. Okay, it's array. I know that. I was planning to work on array today, then move to the next one. Linked list, linked list cycle. Um, I think this is beyond the scope inside my head. Anyway, we will give a small try, and if it doesn't work, I will just move on. Okay, give had our interest determine if the link is language for the cycle. The cycle in a linked list. If there is some node in the linked list that can be reached again by continuously following the next pointer in the relay. Pause is used to retrieve the index of the node that this list point is connected to. And the pause node was passed as parameter. Pause is used to denote the index of the node that tail's next pointer is connected to. Okay. Tell me that if inputs are unique or not. The number of the nodes in the list is the range of okay. Position is -1 or a valid index in the linked list. Boolean. Public Boolean has cycle. Okay. We just have to return the boolean true or false if it has s- should I start with making an array? It would be way easy if I make an array and start putting values into it, but that is not a good idea because array is basically immutable once it created, so you have to um, recreate for every instances, and that is a pretty bad idea. We can use while loop. We can use while loop. We can use while loop and two pointers. Since it's related to pointer, we can solve this one in two pointers. So one pointer will be staying in the head and another point will be moving throughout. But it says that I have, if a follow up is that if I can solve it using hope one, that's the later part. But okay, instead of wasting time, we will do is just make a point. 90 slow equals to 0. Do we need something like that? Really sorry about that because I had a sudden interruption in my room. Okay, so we have two pointers. We have two pointers. What we can do is that here is the general idea. What I can think is that I will use a while loop where slow equals to, how do you create one? Like it will not be right. It will be, what is it? List node equals to slow equals to new. No. List node equals to head. List node equals to head. Um, list node equals to head. Fast equals to head. I guess so. And my idea is that fast dot next node equals to null. Mhm. While fast dot next is not equals to null, it will just iterate. Fast dot next is not null. Fast dot next equals not equals to null. If slow dot val not equals to fast dot val, we are tracking the pose as well, right? Pose is one. How do you track pose? Okay, we will just make one for now. Pose equals to 0. And here we will check if slow value and the fast value is same, then we got the result we were looking for, so we will just return was. If we don't get, else if we don't get the value, uh, if we don't get the value, no. We have one more over here. If first dot, wait a second, first dot next is not equals to null. Where is the increment? First we will check. First we will check if the condition is satisfied or not, and then we will do the checking part. In the checking part, we will check that if first dot next double equals to null, then we will change it. I have really no idea what I'm doing right now. First or next equals to null. First or next equals to null. Any idea, brothers? So fast dot next. I think the better idea will be here not equals to fast dot next. Then we will just not equals to if both values are not equal, we will just increase the fast dot next. Fast equals to fast dot next. If fast dot next, oh, then here we will return true. Note the post is not possessed as a parameter. We just have to return true or false. Why do we care about pause? Right. So if fast dot next is null, what we can do is um fast equals to slow dot next. I hope this works. If it fails, it doesn't matter. We will just check. If it is an infinite loop, wait a second. This is not Python. You have to terminate it in every single one. Missing return statement. Okay, so if it doesn't, if it doesn't gives anything, then we will return false. Again, syntax error. Syntax error. Wow, it got accepted. I have really so many doubts. I have to check it with ChatGPT if it is correct. I certainly hope it is correct. I know there is a missing parameter initially over here. What if first dot null, first dot next is null, and it's just a single element? You just have to return false. Those are certain things I have to look, but just ignore it for now. Why is it not working? Yep, we lost internet. I will just go and check the internet. Just wait a second. For some reason, I am getting so many internet delays. My Wi-Fi is working fine, but there is some delay in the string. What's the problem? Okay, the internet is back and we are live again. But this one is not yet working. Your code is incorrect for cycle detection in a linked list. Cycle detection must compare node reference node values. Different node can have the same values. That was what I was talking about. That's why I asked that if it is unique or not. Is there a way to decrease the latency? Let me fix it. Let me fix it this one. I think I have to fix that in the in the next in the next stream. Nope. So it's confirmed that I have to fix it in the next stream. So let's get back. So I was checking the code. Yes, this one will throw null pointers if first is null. Correct guard is while first is not null and first or next is not null. Your first pointer only advances by one step on the cycle detection algorithm requires first to move two steps. The reason I started blind 75 is because I was filtering out arrays and two pointers, and these are the things that it suggested that these use two pointers in an array. But to my surprise, don't um, these are not using. I think I will go for missing number because I haven't studied the linked list yet. First, I will finish the array related questions and then I will go to content duplicate, best time to buy stocks, valid palindrome. I think those are the simple one. I can use them. The missing number given an array nums contains n distinct number in range O n return the number in the array in the range that is missing from the array. Mm, what are the constraints are n equals to n is nums, where is it? N is nums dot length. All number of nums are unique. Okay. Even if you contain a machine number ranges to be determined is missing from the array. It's not sorted. If it was sorted, it would have been easy. Nom, 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 nom. I can simply use. I think I have to go and watch how others are solving this. Simple explanation is if it was sorted, we could have done it, but this is not sorted. See this example, it is all jumbled up. I can clearly say that you have to, you have to sort it. There is no other option. You have to sort it. And I don't know sorting. This is really annoying. What's this? Missing number of an vector space. XOR method will be back in a few sec. Just wait a minute. And we are back. Was the song not working? I saw silence. Anyway, I didn't hear anything. I didn't saw 14 images. Okay, so missing number I can use Gus formula, watch overflow of using long or anti-safely within LeetCode constraints. This is a good idea, but coupling into missing number expected norm and into n plus 1 by 2 sum equals to 0 for x in nums. Oh, I I don't have any. I cannot. After doing one sum only, I am already tired. That's why I was thinking why people are not doing so many problems. Why are they just doing so little problems and they are just skipping it? This is the reason why they are skipping it. There is no hint, but we'll go for the discussion. The problem can be solved with three methods. Some formula. Yep. Passing some formula, bit manipulation. The discussion method more efficiently reduce single method. And the blend of parity with the elements by creating the hash map. Time complexity is often but in the space of when we move on to the next method. Remember is Sn equals to n plus 1 by 2 and sum of all array. And after that we subtract the Sn minus Sa, find the missing number. It can cause overflows because if this in this we are adding the elements, so if the array element is very large, then it can cause integer overflow. Bit manipulation. Oh, okay. What is the given input on this is the number 0 and 3. So in this method, you have to also find the maximum number, right? Oh, nums dot length. We can do that. We can do that. N into n plus 1 by 2. Okay, so here is the question. Input is 3. So how will you get the expected sum? And here also forget bit manipulation, that is out of scope in my head. So why this expression? Oh, being a math honors and forgetting this simple formula, sit on your life. Okay, so missing work on this. Work on this. Where is it? Where is that example? Damn example here. Length is 3. Okay, numbers should be 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there are so many doubts in my head, but I will just go with the flow. Then, okay, missing number we are doing here in 90, 90 n equals to nums dot length, and then length, and one more thing. What is this? I know in Python it was okay, but in Java syntax I am not here aware of all the syntaxes, so please bear with me. Okay, then from the expression, do I need to remember this one as well, because the 10 to the power 4, so it's within the range, but why are we using nums? Where are you? Why are we using long int short byte? I know the increasing and decreasing order, but okay, long long expected sum equals to long n into n, n plus 1 by 2. uh, what was that? Or I didn't understand what that was. Okay, 4 int is a 4 each in Java. Okay, the same in Python. I can understand that. For each, some we have to initialize sum in the beginning. So int sum equals to 0, and over here for int x, is that the expression? Okay, then what? Wrong answer. I put output 8. To some, to some. First I did two some, then this one. I did two some. And that's it. I am tired. I need a break. But I have to prepare. Can I add a language? Yep, I can. Nope, it won't work. I thought the tick marks are from Python. I just wanted to remove that, but not possible for now. Anyway, that's it for now. I need a break and I will be back after few, not minutes, hours. Peace out.